What's up, guys? Zeenigami here, and let's look at the new legends, Brook and Big Mom. One of these two has a 10 times attack boost as a captain ability, and the other may actually be the strongest character you've ever seen, and we're gonna go over why everyone else has been wrong. We're correct, and Brook is actually stupid OP. We're gonna start with 6 plus NL since I haven't talked about 6 plus NL yet. 6 plus NL, still a quick character, shooter striker. 6 plus NL's capped ability has been improved up to a 3.75 times attack boost at max. He heals, he doesn't improve your heal from your recovery orbs, he does boost your rate of recovery orbs, also reduces your damage taken and reduces your health. But a big thing about NL is that his special ability goes up to 5 million damage. So it goes from 2 million damage up to 5 million damage with the same amount of overheal required. So old 6-star NL needs you to heal 200,000 overheal hit points in order to use his special that does 3 million damage. Now, or 2 million damage. So 200,000 overheal for 2 million damage. Now, 200,000 overheal does 5 million damage. Oh my gosh, 6 plus NL has been so great. I was using him to farm some Coliseums earlier today, and he is, so dang fine. Just basically better in every way. We're going to talk about Smoothie first, and the reason we're talking about Smoothie first is, well, it should be clear to most people why we're talking about Smoothie first. Smoothie, it's the first of our rare recruit characters, strength slasher free spirit character. Captain ability boosts attack by 3.5 times after good, great, perfects, and heals 500 health at the end of each turn. This is basically just a little bit weaker than Log Luffy. It's basically a rare recruit Log Luffy that is almost just as good. Sailor abilities boost attack of the captains by 50, makes red, green, or all primary color orbs beneficial to themselves if your captain is red. So your Smoothie almost always gonna have matching orbs unless you get a tandem and recovery orbs. A few of those might be matching if you have the right captain. Special ability heals 5,000 hit points, removes poison, normal, paralysis, bind, despair, and burn duration by 2 turns, and changes adjacent orbs into matching orbs and swaps orbs 3 times. Very interesting that Smoothie gets rid of burn. Now this is a new debuff. This is definitely something that we haven't seen before. We've checked it. It seems to be a brand new type of debuff that's going to be a burn debuff. Not sure how it works yet. Not sure who's going to have it. We're thinking like maybe a new oven fight, maybe a new Akainu fight, something like that. So that we can use these new things versus this new burn mechanic. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Depending on how bad burn is, that's really going to change how good Smoothie is. If burn's really bad, Smoothie might be amazing. If it's not too bad, we might not need to worry about it too much. We'll have to see what burn does. We also have Peros, which is everyone's new favorite rare recruit captain. Peros, captain ability boosts attack of characters that cost 50 or greater by 3.5 times. And boost their health and recovery by 1.2 times. So that means treasure map characters, raid bosses, legendary characters, all boosted by 3.5 times, just straight up. Now, he, of course, is just a rare recruit character, so he doesn't boost himself as a captain ability, so he's like a reverse Sengoku. Doesn't boost himself, but he does boost, like, all those sweet, super powerful characters. So it's very interesting. You now might want to use him as your new 3.5 times attack captain, which is actually a very, very large boost. Sailor ability restores his special by 2 turns when it's rewinded, and his limit break boosts attack and health of all characters by 50 if your captain is strength. Green, or red, green, or blue. His special ability locks orbs for 1 turn, cuts health of one enemy by 10%, reduces cooldowns of characters by 1 turn, and boosts color affinity of red, green, and blue by 1.75 times 1 turn. Biggest thing about Peros is the great captain ability. The orb block is nice to have. We haven't had too many orb blockers as of lately, so more orb blockers are always nice to have, and color affinity is also really good as well. Cracker is a quick slasher striker. Cracker's captain ability boosts red, green, and blue by 275 and health by 1.25 times. Sailor abilities boosts his attack against Dex by 2 times, so he basically just does Even though he's quick, he basically does normal damage against Dex characters. Interesting enough, anytime you see something like this, if you use them and attack a high defense character, it actually does double damage. So Cracker, if we have a like 5-hit combo Cracker or 4-hit combo Cracker, if you attack a turtle with him, instead of doing 4 damage, he actually does 4 times 2, so he does 8 damage to a turtle, which is a little weird way that this double sailor damage ability works. He also makes tandem orbs beneficial for red, green, and blue characters. Anything like this is always very, 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 very good. Super useful. So Cracker also with Smoothie means Smoothie has all magic orbs except for recovery. His special ability, if your captain is red, green, blue, boosts attack of red, green, blue by 1.75 times for 1 turn, boosts orbs for red, green, blue by 1.75 times for 1 turn, and changes block into matching orbs. Pretty great. If your captain is yellow or purple, boosts attack of red, green, and blue for 3 turns, and boosts orbs of red, green, and blue for 3 turns, and changes all orbs into G orbs. So it's interesting that if you have a yellow or purple captain, he actually becomes a better attack booster. He actually gives you a longer attack boost if your captain is not red, green, or blue. Maybe someone like, I don't know, like a treasure map Croc could become your captain, and then you could use Cracker, and then you can get the longer attack boost and orb boost and G orbs, you know, something like that. Maybe, huh? That'd be neat. But, I mean, treasure map Croc is trash after all. He's basically worthless. Who would ever want to use treasure map Croc? Pretty neat special ability. Either a together orb boost and affinity boost, orb boost and attack boost, which with our Paris is also the affinity boost. All those boosts all together. Daifuku is a quick powerhouse driven character. Boosts attack powerhouse by 2.5, reduces damage taken. Not super exciting. Sailor ability boosts health of all characters by 75, makes Dex orbs beneficial to himself. His special ability reduces enemy percent damage reduction, end of turn heal, increased defense and resilience buffs by 2 turns each, changes his own orb into quick orb and deals 30 times attack and quick damage to all enemies. So once again, Daifuku is not a super powerful character, but Daifuku does get rid of some of those bad things. If you are using Croc, you don't get the 3 turns attack from Cracker. You're right, I forgot about that. So you won't get 3 turns of attack from Cracker using Croc, but you get 3 times orb boost, 3 turns of orb boost, right? Now, let's talk about Big Mom first, because Big Mom works best with these kids. Big Mom is very interesting. She boosts attack, or she boosts health of red, green, and blue by 1.2 times, and gives you these new Semla orbs. Semla orbs are basically the replacement for recovery orbs. So now instead of recovery orbs, you get Semla orbs. If anything would give you recovery orbs, you would get Semla orbs instead. They're basically like, they look like they look like little desserts. Normally, she's a 3.5 times attack captain for red, green, and blue characters. You don't need to have all red, green, and blue. She just is a 3.5 times red, green, and blue captain. So you can use, like, for some reason, like, I think that's better. Twitch TV is making those things pop up for me for randomly. Weird. You can have side characters. You can have int characters. You can have all red characters. You can have all red and blue characters. You don't need to have each one. You can have whatever combination. She just boosts red, green, and blue attack. Whenever she eats a Semla orb, she boosts attack of red, green, and blue characters by 4 times and reduces damage received by 15% for 1 turn. Or whenever anyone eats a Semla orb. So if you have what would be a recovery orb on your team, you hit a great with that. Next turn, she has a 4 times attack boost and 15% recovery instead, which is super good. Like, these numbers are insanely good. So high, so dang powerful. The thing is that when you use her, you're gonna have a little countdown 3 by her name. If you don't feed her over 3 turns, so if you don't hit a good or a great on a recovery orb or a Semla orb over 3 turns, she will no longer become controllable. So the character looks like it's blown away. You get a gray icon over them instead, and you don't get to attack with her. So instead, you only will have your sailors to attack with. It's as if your captains are binded, but you still have the captain ability active. Her new captain ability, whenever she's rampaging, says boost her own attack by 10 times, and her attack will go through barriers and buffs. So she basically becomes a Blackbeard attack by herself, and boost the attack of red, green, and blue by 3.75 times. So she actually gets a higher attack boost than normally, although not as high as she just ate the previous turn. Interesting things with this Rampaging Big Mom is that Rampaging Big Mom, with the 3 times attack boost, the reason her attack boost is so high is that she doesn't get chain boost. She basically becomes end of turn damage as an attack instead. So if you have 6 characters, you go to attack with your bottom 4 characters, and then your turn ends, and then Big Mom goes and randomly attacks somebody. All right, well, let's assume that both your Big Moms are rampaging. Both Big Moms will go out and they'll randomly attack somebody. They'll attack as if they have a 1 times chain, and this is all working in the damage calculator. Solaris has been great. So we go over to the damage calculator, say we have Big Mom, and a bunch of red, green, or blue characters. It doesn't matter. If Big Mom is on her 3.5 times attack captain, you can see that she is it's just a regular attack. If she has eaten an orb in the previous turn, this is assuming that she is now a 4 times attack captain. And then if it's been 3 turns... sorry. 0 is she just ate an orb. 1 means she hasn't eaten an orb, so this is the regular attack. This is the 4 times attack at 0. At 1 and 2 and 3, that is a... 1 and 2, that is a 3.5 times attack captain. And once it's been 3 turns or more since you last ate a Semla orb, she becomes different. So the way in the damage calculator, you have to make sure that she's last in line. We still haven't had it working perfectly, so if you have like matching orbs on characters, you're going to have to manually move your Big Mom to the end of the line. Because if you notice that they don't have the chain boost there, you can see the chain boost says nothing here, chain 1.3, chain 1.6, chain 1.9, and then Big Moms have no chain boost and a 3.75 times and 10 times captain boost instead. Big Mom is affected by orbs, so if you have a matching orb on Big Mom or a badly matching orb on Big Mom, it will affect how much damage she does. And she is also affected by specials. So if you use a attack boost or an orb boost on special, when she's rampaging, she will do damage. So like on this one, if you use Big Mom special and rampaging, they each will do 1.2 million damage whenever they attack. Plus whatever all your characters are doing themselves. So all your smaller characters are attacking, Big Mom does whatever her attack is. It's gonna be something that is gonna take a little bit to get used to. Once you see it, I'm gonna be able to explain it better once she's actually out and you can see us use them on runs. The Rampage ability doesn't seem to be what you want to do on your burst turns. Because whenever you're trying to do the really, really big bursts, having a chain boost or a chain lock is so powerful. That 10 times attack includes basically the damage of your chain lock instead. If you have like Shanks or a 2.5 times chain locker, things like these will be a lot better than having this rampaging damage. If you have Guild Tesoro or Rayleigh for the 3 times chain locks, those are definitely going to give you more damage than if Big Mom is rampaging. But if you eat a recovery the previous turn and Big Mom's on 4 times attack, that is a ton of damage right there just from the captain ability. So with the special ability that I used earlier in damage calculator, didn't even talk about yet, she deals 250 times attack and typeless damage to one enemy, changes her own orb into strength. If she is your captain or friend captain, boosts the attacks of your captains by 2 times and boosts the orbs of your captains by 2 times for 3 turns. So 3 turns, 2 times attack boost for both and orb boost for both of your captains. If she is not your captain, so she's a sailor, she boosts the attack of your captains by 2 turns and boosts orbs of the captains by boosts attack and orbs by 1 turn. Sorry, not 2 turns. So if she's your captain, you get a 3 turns, 2 time attack boost. If she is not your captain, you get a 1 turn, 2 times attack boost for your captain. So Big Mom really is good as a captain specifically. You get 3 turns of attack with her. You can choose to let her rampage. Like you can use her special and then you can let her rampage. So that way she runs around and does a lot of damage. but that means she might hit fodder units if she's not the only one. No, she doesn't boost herself as a sailor. She only boosts she always is a captain boost. It's just that if Big Mom's a captain, you get a long captain boost. If Big Mom is a sub, you get a shorter captain boost. If your captain changes in the middle of a fight, so let's say you use Big Mom special and then you use a Croc to become the captain instead, it's always going to be the current captains who have the boost. So if you use Croc and Croc becomes captain mid-fight, Croc will have the boost that Big Mom is giving you. So a little confusing. One last thing to note about Semla orbs is that Semla orbs are like rainbow orbs in that they cannot be gotten rid of by specials. So you can't change Semla orb into like a matching orb. You can't, enemies won't be able to shuffle away Semla orbs, which is super, super powerful, having this thing, having just like rainbow orbs, something that enemies can't get rid of. So you can use this to counter block orbs. You can use this to counter badly matching orbs and stuff like that. And since Semla orbs are not like a primary color orb or recovery orb, if enemies make recovery orbs count as badly matching, primary orbs count as badly matching, this gets past all of those things, which is definitely something that you can't overlook on how powerful Big Mom is going to be. But what we've come here to talk about, we've come here to talk about Brook. And Brook's captain ability boosts attack of all characters by 2.75 times if you're at full health. If you're not at full health, Brook only boosts your attack by 2 times. At the end of each turn, Brook cuts the health of all enemies by 10%. And if you die, Brook revives. So each Captain Brook that you have has a little icon, little soul icon next to it. When you die, you'll lose one of those soul icons, you'll revive again. You get the game over screen, everything, you'll lose all your buffs and debuffs, and you'll come back to life with full health. It's just as if you used a gem to revive. This is pretty cool. This is pretty dang cool. The reason is mostly for that clear all buffs and debuffs. Since you'll lose all your buffs and debuffs, if the enemy's toxic you, it gets rid of that. If the enemy's like, think back to the old school Hancock Raid, she binds both your captains and your entire team forever. Brook should get you past that. We're not 100% sure if Brook works while binded or despaired. I feel like he should work just fine if he's binded or despaired. But, you know, it might not. Bandai's weird. It could be that he doesn't work while despaired. I think that he will. Because these things look like they trigger on death. If you have 2 Brooks, you can die twice. It's pretty neat. Now, that means that there are a lot of things we can now zombie with a Brook friend captain. You can use a regular Fortnite Brook captain, and then a Legend Brook friend captain. For example, the Anniversary Straw Hat Island used to be impossible to zombie because Zoro does end of turn damage whenever you kill him. Now, whenever Zoro dies and does end of turn damage, you'll die, and then Brook will revive, and you can actually just zombie your way through 20 stamina Straw Hats now. Totally okay. Brand new strategies are going to open up with Brook. And especially with the 10% health cut at the end of the turn, it's not actually much slower than using a different captain. It's going to be quite neat. Brook's Sailor ability, resist paralysis on himself, makes recovery orbs beneficial for all characters, and his special ability. Okay, finally, Brook's special ability. Heals 14,000 hit points, reduces damage taken by 90% for 1 turn, makes primary color orbs count as matching for all characters for 2 turns. If the health of an enemy with the highest health goes below 430,000 hit points when you use this special, he instantly kills everybody. Otherwise, delay for 1 turn and cuts health by 20%. We believe that this doesn't require everybody to be below 400,000 hit points. It actually has the same wording as Neptune, old Rare Recruit Neptune. They have the exact same wording. And the way that Rare Recruit Neptune works only is looking at the highest health enemy. So let's say that you have a bunch of enemies. Let's say you're on the final stage of Capone Fortnite Island, Capone Zero Stamina, for example. If you bring Capone below 50%, Neptune now deals damage instead of does a health cut. If you bring Luffy below 50%, he will still always do the health cut ability. If Brook works the same way as Neptune, if you get to a stage like Capone Zero Stamina 20, final stage, if you bring Capone down to 400,000 hit points and then use Brook's special, even if Luffy and Caesar are at full health, it should kill everybody. So good! It's so good. It makes so many Zero Stamina Island stages like incredibly easy, just an instant kill. Like on the German 66 stage, you've got Judge and all the kids. Game with screenshot doesn't have all the kids. Judge and all the kids. Judge has 1.8 million hit points. All you have to do is get Judge down to 400,000 hit points, use Brook special, and it should kill all of them. All of them immediately. That means Brook looks like, since it says like below 400,000 hit points, then it kills everybody. Normally you're gonna have to like, oh yeah, I gotta bring everyone to low health, and then I'll use this special to finish them off. If you're using like a Garp special or a Sugar special or like Shiryu special, something like that that kills at low health, normally you have to bring the entire enemy team down to low health and then use your ability to execute them. With Brook, you only have to bring the highest enemy health down to low health, and then you can execute them. This is not confirmed yet, but this is how Neptune works. And if this is how Brook works, he is gonna be so freaking good. So freaking good. Use Brook with some nukes. You can use it, Brook as a sub on a Big Mom team. So that way you can use like Law Special and do a ton of damage with Law Special, get them down to that last little bit of health, and then boom. Kill them with Brook. If they have a revive, if enemies have a revive, they revive to like 400,000 hit points, Brook kills them once again. And anyone else on the stage as well. Potentially super powerful ability, especially on Zero Staminas. On Zero Staminas, so often that stage 19 with like 5 characters is really hard to get past because they all have about 1 million hit points or less, like 800,000 hit points, 500,000 hit points, something like that. Now all you have to do is get the highest health character down below 400,000 hit points, which is maybe like cut their health in half depending on what stage it is. Use Brook and kill everybody. Oh, he's gonna be so exciting. Ooh, Brook's gonna be so exciting. Also opens up the potential to zombie so many things, since things like poison, things like end of turn damage, things that on death damage, Brook now lets a free to play zombie team just get past, which is gonna be pretty freaking sweet. So super excited about Brook. Big Mom, great captain, super fun captain. Numbers to me a little bit high. I could do with her numbers a little bit lower. She's like, at worst, Big Mom is a 3.5 or 3.75 times attack captain. And generally, you don't want to let her rampage. If you let her rampage, it's going to be hard for you to stall. It's going to be hard for you to attack the right things. And if you're using bursting specials, rampaging Big Mom is not going to be as good as a controlled Big Mom. Big Mom does boost her own attack, so you can boost her attack and let her rampage if you know that she's going to be attacking the right characters. So it's neat. I've been Zeenigami, guys. Big Mom and Brook coming out soon on Japan. Sugofest has not been announced at the recording of this video, but it should be announced by the time this video goes on live on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay beautiful.